Hey, this is Todd, Red River Tactical and Outdoors. Today I'm going to talk to you about ammo. This is Easter 2020 and we're in the middle of this coronavirus thing, so ammo is very hard to get and a lot of people are jacking prices way up on it if they do have it. And as of right now, at this time, I went to Gander Mountain and Cabela's Friday. And Gander Mountain had plenty of ammo, 9mm 223. That's what I'm talking about right now. That's the two most sought after ammunition. Gander Mountain had plenty of it. 9mm, you was looking for practice ammo. You was looking to pay $11 a box, anywhere from $9 to $11 a box. 223 practice ammo for a box of 20. You was looking around $9 a box for that. And went to Cabela's. Cabela's had a few boxes of 9mm for $9 a box still, but that was moving fast, and that was about all they had. So, what I want to talk about, the big thing I want to talk about in this ammo thing is steel cased ammo. This is a 9mm Tula versus brass cased ammo. This is a 9mm Remington UMC round. The myth out there is that steel case ammo hurts your guns and that it's very dirty. Well, the case has nothing to do with how dirty the ammo is. It's the powder that's used in the case that means the ammo is dirty or not. As far as steel case hurting your gun, there's plenty of videos on YouTube. I don't have a hardness tester, but there's plenty of YouTube videos out there where they test the hardness on the steel case versus the hardness of the brass case. And the steel case has been known to be softer than the brass or just as soft as the brass, not any harder. So that's a myth. It has nothing to do. Shooting steel case out of your handgun will not hurt your handgun, period. You can't reload steel case. And you can reload brass, so that's a difference that people take into effect. So the myth of steel case being dirtier than brass, we're going to look at these guns. This here is a 9mm Glock 19. We'll make sure that it has nothing in it. And yesterday I shot 250 rounds of the Remington UMC brass through this gun. So we're going to take it apart. And I'll hold it up to the camera, put a light up here. So you can see that gun, it's a little dirty, not too bad, right? So that's the 9mm with the brass. This is a Glock 17, and I shot 250 rounds out of it yesterday with the Tula steel cased ammo. So we're going to take it apart and look at it. There's the light. And you can see that this 250 rounds is not as dirty as the Remington UMC. Stack those on top of each other. And you can see the Glock 19 on top was the brass Remington UMC. And the Glock 17 on the bottom was the steel case Tula steel case, 9mm. So that right there proves that in this case, the Remington UMC was dirtier than the Tula 9mm steel case. Put those together. So that's all. That's a point I was wanting to make about people not wanting to buy the steel case. I shoot more steel case than I do brass through my handguns, and through my rifles too. We'll get to rifles here in a minute. So shooting steel case in your handgun will not damage your handguns, and it is in most cases not any dirtier than the brass case. But regardless of how dirty it is, I clean my guns after I shoot them anyway, so no big deal. So there are two types of ammo that I would suggest you don't use, or two types that I don't use anyway. And one of them is aluminum cased ammo. The reason that I don't like aluminum cased ammo is that it's hard to get a crimp on the aluminum case, and the bullet will seep back inside the case a lot easier than it will brass or steel. That causes problems. It causes a large amount of pressure in the bullet. When you fire it, it could damage your gun over time, and that's the only reason I don't use aluminum case. What I did one time, when I get my ammo, I like to dump it all in an ammo box. That way, take it out of the box that it comes in, dump it in an ammo box. When I go to the range, it's easier to load. And I noticed with that aluminum case that a lot of bullets from being in that ammo box was set back in the casing. So I don't shoot aluminum case for that reason, and that's why I don't recommend aluminum case, because I've seen a lot of them also during classes have failure to fires or the bullet seep back. The other ammo that I don't like is the Winchester brown box steel case. That stuff is very dirty, it's real nasty, and you get a lot of failure to fires with that. So out of all the ammo that I've shot, and I've shot just about every kind there is, with 9mm, that's the only two kind that I won't use is aluminum case and that Federal brown box steel case stuff. So let's go to rifle ammo. This is the PMC brass, and this is the Tula. Actually, this is the Burnell 5.56 round right here that I've got. And this is lacquer coated, you can see, and sealed primer on the steel cased ammo. So a lot of people say that you will have trouble shooting steel case through an AR-15. That's not necessarily untrue. That to a point that is true, but I will show you how you can fix that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unload this. And I'm going to show you the trouble that you have shooting steel case out of an AR-15 is that when the barrel heats up in the steel case chambers and you shoot it, it will swell that steel casing in there and it will get stuck in the chamber. That is the only problem that I've ever encountered with steel cased ammo out of an AR-15. So there's an easy way to fix that. And what I'm going to do, you don't have to take your gun apart to fix it, but it makes it easier to show it to you on camera. You see that lug right there on the end of the bolt of the AR-15? It goes into a star chamber in here. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that star chamber, but it's a star chamber in there where that bullet goes into, and that's where it swells and gets heat. So what you want to do if you're shooting steel case through an AR-15 is take some oil. You can see that star chamber is really wet right now. Maybe you can see it, I don't know. But I would take oil and I squirt it in that star chamber. It's called bore bathing is what it's called. Just make sure that star chamber's got plenty of oil in there, and once you do that, you will not have any problems with those casings swelling and sticking into that chamber, and you can shoot them all day long. When I run a class with steel cased ammo, what I'll do is right when we start shooting, I'll bore bath that thing, make sure it's real good, bore bathed up, and then every time after about 300 to 500 rounds, when I'm reloading or whatever, I'll just take some oil and make sure that that I bore bath that star chamber again. And that's all that it takes. So it's really no big issue running steel case through an AR-15 either. So I hope that solves the mess. Right now, like I said, people are price gouging this ammo like crazy, especially online, so be really careful when you buy it online. 223 brass practice ammo, right now you should expect to pay no more. $9 is on the high end. $9 a box for 20, that's on the high end. Brass cased 9mm, $12 is on the high end. Don't pay, if anybody's charging more than $12, that's outrageous. I wouldn't pay any more than $12 a box for it. I don't want to pay $12 a box for it because 2 months ago this stuff was $9 a box. So it's already went up. You're seeing a lot of $12 a box ammo now. The Tula steel cased ammo, you could 2 months ago $7.50 a box. Now you're seeing it go for $8 and $9 a box. But it's up to you. Pick what you want to shoot. But right now you don't have a lot of choice. Federal released a thing the other day. It said that if the coronavirus ended today, that you're looking at probably 3 years before ammo gets plentiful again and the price goes back down, because Homeland Security's buying a lot of it. Most of them are buying, most of that's buying Winchester. But before the ammo in America gets back to where it was 2 months ago, you're probably looking at about 3 years is what the ammo companies are saying. Some ammo companies, like the small ones, I know Magtech and some of them, they're shut completely down because they can't get components to make ammo. So reloading, it's a bad time to get into reloading also because you can't find components. The primers, the powders, and the bullets. So that's what I was going to talk about as far as ammo goes. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. This is Todd, Red River Tactical and Outdoors, reminding you to be safe and always be ready.